Why does Connecticut's minimum 50/25 insurance coverage under Section 38A 335 leave most accident victims undercompensated? Many drivers carry only the minimum auto liability insurance required by Connecticut law, but a serious crash often exposes how inadequate those limits are. The state mandates at least $25,000 for bodily injury per person, $50,000 per accident, and $25,000 for property damage under C.G.S. Section 14 to 112 and Section 38A 335. Those figures represent the maximum an insurer must pay, no matter how high medical bills, lost wages, or repair costs climb. Uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage with the same minimum limits is also mandatory. Even modest injuries can exhaust the per-person limit. Initial medical care averages around $15,000, emergency visits about $3,300, and hospital stays roughly $57,000. Serious injuries quickly drive bills into six figures. Replacing a vehicle can be just as costly. A new car averages around $48,000. With insurers obligated to pay only up to the policy cap, accident victims frequently face substantial out-of-pocket expenses. Underinsured motorist (UIM) coverage can bridge the gap when the at-fault driver's policy is too small. If the negligent driver has the $25,000 minimum and you carry higher UIM limits, you can collect the at-fault driver's payment and then seek additional compensation from your own policy, up to the difference. The insurer's duty to pay UIM benefits arises once the at-fault driver's bodily injury limits are exhausted. Connecticut also requires insurers to offer underinsured motorist conversion coverage, which stacks on top of the at-fault driver's payment instead of offsetting it. Without conversion coverage, standard UIM benefits would be reduced by the amount already received. When available insurance still falls short, Connecticut's fault-based system allows an injured person to file a personal injury lawsuit against the negligent driver. Collecting a judgment can be difficult if the driver lacks assets, so speaking with an experienced attorney helps determine whether litigation is worthwhile. Connecticut follows a modified comparative negligence rule under C.G.S. Section 52 to 572H. You can recover damages only if you are less than 51% at fault, and any share of blame reduces your award proportionally. Building a strong case that demonstrates the other driver's fault is therefore critical. The most effective way to avoid coverage gaps is to upgrade your own insurance before an accident occurs. Insurers must offer UIM coverage up to twice your liability limits, and higher limits provide a safety net. Underinsured motorist conversion coverage, required to be offered under Section 38A-336A, significantly increases total coverage after a crash. Optional medical payments coverage can pay immediate medical bills regardless of fault, and umbrella policies add another layer of protection. Reviewing your policy annually ensures that your coverage keeps pace with rising medical and vehicle costs. Answering the title's question, the minimum 50/25 limits leave most accident victims undercompensated because the true cost of injuries and property damage typically exceeds those low limits. By purchasing higher UIM limits, adding conversion coverage, and considering other optional policies, you can reduce the risk of facing uncovered expenses. After a crash, consulting a lawyer promptly helps preserve evidence and ensures that all potential sources of recovery are identified. A knowledgeable attorney understands how to navigate insurance policies, negotiate with insurers, and file lawsuits when necessary. The personal injury lawyers at DeFronzo Petroskey, PC have decades of experience representing clients injured in car accidents and work to identify every available source of compensation. The law firm has decades of experience representing clients injured in car accidents. They emphasize that you do not have to deal with the insurance system alone and offer free consultations to discuss your case. If you were injured in a crash caused by a minimally insured driver, call DeFronzo Petroskey, PC at 203-756-7408 to learn about your rights. This law firm serves clients across Waterbury and New Haven County and invites you to call for a free consultation. DeFronzo and Petroskey, PC is located at 255 Bank Street No. 2B, Waterbury, Connecticut, 06702, United States, and their telephone number is 203-756-7408.